Hello, today we're going to be doing a quick texture bake in both Blender and xNormals. Starting off here, I have a copy of Ellie's backpack from The Last of Us. We can see that the high poly has just over 3,000 faces and the low poly has just over 700. We have our UVs set up for both backpacks. Now, start off by having both meshes overlap each other, and then we can assign a new material to our low poly. I'll call mine Bake. Next, we'll need to set our base color to an image texture, and then create a new image for that. And I'll give it a save before I start baking. This way I'll have a quick way to restore my models if anything goes wrong, which it often does for me. Now in the Scenes tab, we're going to switch over to Cycles and then scroll on down to the bottom where we can open up the Baking tab. We're going to need to change the baking type to diffuse and then turn off direct and indirect lighting. And then we can turn on selective to active and give ourselves an extrusion fairly small of 0.01. With all that set, we can now select our low poly, then shift select our high poly and hit bake. Now that that is done, we can see our texture on our low poly mesh and that it turned out fairly nice. Now for a new program that you might not have heard of, xNormals. It is a free baking software and it is my preferred baking method. Starting off in the high definition tab, we're going to right click and add a new mesh. And then again, we're going to right click and add the texture to bake. Now jumping down a tab in the low poly, we'll add the low poly mesh. Then again, jumping down to our baking options this time, I'll just be baking the base texture in an AO map. As you can see, there are other options here, so we'll turn them off and leaving, and we can also set our size here. Last jump down, we're going into our tools and we're running the ray trace distance calculator for 30 seconds. I'll move this out of the way so we can see some of the features in xNormal, like object to tangent space normals, photos to normals, height to normals, and you can even just generate an AO map with only needing one mesh. Now that 30 seconds have passed, in my case a little more, we can stop this and copy the results. This will auto paste them into our low poly sections here. Now all we need to do is hit the big old generate maps button. While those maps generate, you might be thinking, why would I need xNormals if Blender can already do this? And to tell you the truth, you might not need it, but I like to know how to do the same thing in different programs. xNormals also has the advantage that if I try and bake a mesh with n-gons, it'll pop up an error and let me know that I cannot bake this mesh. Now looking at all the meshes in Blender, we can see that the bakes turned out great in both cases. But now you have the basic understanding of a new tool that you can use if needed. But with that, that brings this video to an end. So thank you for watching and see you next time.